You don't have to be rich or famous to protect your privacy and reputation. If you live in Europe, you can request your data be removed from any of the major search engines if it breaches your privacy or is damaging to your reputation. And unlike actions in libel, you don't have to prove the data to be untrue or even inaccurate to have it removed. Yes, those new data protection regulations you're so sick of hearing about have provided you with a right to be forgotten from Google, Yahoo, Bing, and almost any other search engine with a European suffix. So, how'd you make it happen? Firstly, let's get it clear that this isn't a license to erase the internet's memory of you, nor is it a way to get rid of everything written or recorded in your name. Google's right to be forgotten won't erase the actual page on the internet where that unhappy remark lives. It will just delist it from the search results, which means it will be much harder to find. There's plenty of other ways of permanently getting rid of content that's libelous, defaming, harassing, or dishonest, but where those methods fail, consider Google delisting as the last resort. So why would anyone want to be forgotten by the search engines? Well, 2/3 of all requesters do so because they don't want their personal information on display in the search results. Invasion of privacy is a big deal among Germany, UK and France, who make up the vast majority of all requests in Europe. In the UK, the majority of people are using it to prevent their personal details showing up in search results from 192.com. This is followed by those preventing unwanted information showing up in Google Groups, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Aside from this, the right to be forgotten is also being used to delist negative reviews, employment data, unwanted opinions, and even news stories. Now, the reason the search engines have bore the brunt of these new privacy laws is because of their ability to connect vast amounts of individual pages of data that would be very difficult to locate if it were not for search engines. This tends to have a much greater impact on people's visibility than almost any other resource on the internet. And also, search engines cannot rely on journalistic purposes as a defense, because indexing URLs is not journalism, no matter how much Google wants it to be. Hence why news sites like the Daily Mail and the BBC are unaffected by right to be forgotten laws. So, give it a go. Type your name into the search engine. If the results display anything that appears to be inadequate, irrelevant, outdated, or excessive against your name, then you could have grounds to get it delisted. This includes search results from news, videos, and images, and it includes Google, Yahoo, and Bing. So how do you determine if something is inadequate, irrelevant, or excessive? Well, the general rule is, if you don't like what you see, then it's probably inadequate, irrelevant, or excessive. Still, if in doubt, find out. Make the request anyway because it's completely free. All you need do is go to the Right to be Forgotten link for each search engine, which I've provided in the description, fill out the form, then supply a scanned copy of your ID. If you use your passport or driving license, you can cover over your photo, unless you're requesting a delisting of images, in which case your likeness will need to be proven. Within the form, you include a list of all the URLs you want hidden, then hit send. In the case of Google, all requests are manually reviewed and you'll be informed whether or not your application's been successful. If you are successful, then nobody who uses the European version of Google will be able to locate the offending URLs when they make a search against your name. If Google refuse to delist, then you'll have to ask the Information Commissioner's Office to step in and review the decision. The only problem with delisting is that there's actually quite an easy workaround to undo it. You just make your searches using a search engine that doesn't comply with EU privacy laws, or mask your location by using a United States proxy server, and then make all your searches on google.com. But most people won't think of using this method and will typically use their local search engine to make all searches with. Google delisting is just one way of cleansing your reputation on the internet. There are many more effective and permanent methods of getting rid of unwanted information, including negative reviews on Amazon and eBay and other review sites, stolen videos, stolen photos, articles, and defaming remarks on Twitter and Facebook, all of which I'll make the subject of a future video.